Hello folks, this is HexagonalSpy, the Spy, and we are returning to Transformers, the Fall of Cybertron. Now, this story takes us place into a time when the Autobots and Decepticons were on Cybertron before they all bombarded and arrived to Earth, and during that time, it was the time of war. The time of war that the Autobots and Decepticons were fighting for control of Cybertron because of one reason. Because there was an empire and that it was once built upon the backs of slaves. Now there was a time when it started out as a righteous rebellion. It's turned out to be a rebellion that's no longer righteous but a path to destruction and tyranny. That's a pretty awesome intro. Anyways, when it was turned into a rebellion of righteousness, was now turning into a path to tyranny and destruction and for power for more, and greed and hunger. Now, those of you that have seen the Transformers movies, you all heard the story from Optimus Prime on how the war started. But what he didn't know, and what you did not know, is that when Cybertron was an empire, it was built upon the backs of slaves, and the Autobots, well, the Autobots were the ones that was in charge, and the Decepticons were the very slaves of Transformers. Now, this was done by different leaders of different primes, but when it gets to a point when the leader that's known as Megatron has gotten so much power, it's no longer about freedom, it was about a path to tyranny and destruction upon Cybertron, destroying everything of what remains of Cybertron. And that's what led into the point of the story that Optimus Prime had talked about. And since the war was turned to a point where it cannot be fought, and afterwards, Optimus Prime and the rest of the surviving Autobots wanted to make sure that there would be any survivors to be that would be transported to a different world where they call home, and we're going to come to a point of directly to that exact checkpoint. So, here's the deal about how this game's going to be played. There will be 2 acts of this game. One act was going to be the one about the Autobots, and the second act is going to be about Decepticons mostly, before up to the point of the final mission, a choice between choosing which side for the final battle, which either would be Autobots or Decepticons. See, the way it goes is this. There are some missions that's going to be canon, storyline, and when there's canon, there's going to be involvement not just Autobot missions, but also Decepticon missions, before up to the point of the final mission. It will be the player's choice on which side they would choose. Now, I will get to that point whenever we get to that. Get to the topic of the choice, but for now, that first act will obviously be about the Autobots. We're going to be continuing with the Autobot missions until it's right here. Or until see, the Act 2 is going to be a little bit tricky since this is going to be interesting to play this Transformers Fall of Cybertron. I'm going to start out in normal mode because it's going to be a first time doing these missions, but when it gets to the Act 2, once I get the hang of it, I'll change the difficulty back into hard mode. So right now, we'll start the mission off with this. The objective is this. As the Ark rockets towards a wormhole. Great. Can't even... Stupid controller. Anyways. You did what you had to do, Optimus.
Whatever lies beyond that portal is our best and last hope, my friend. We're approaching the portal. That indicates it's growing more unstable. At this rate, it may close before we even get there.
Decepticons? They're right upon us? Look out! Bumblebee. Yeah, we're okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Control settings are... oh, good. You mean, do I like these settings? Yes, I like these settings. These are the settings I want. Look out! Holy shit. Open fire! We need to get these Decepticons off the ship. No, he won't.
Damage analysis on all decks.
Megatron?
Decepticons are swarming the engine deck! On my way. Bumblebee, stay and cover the bridge.
We will? Oh, great. Now what?
No, the entire defense network is down.
What?
Without the pulse cannons, Optimus won't stand a chance. You'll have to reboot the system manually.
Okay, how do we do that?
It should reactivate the service lift.
Okay.
Good luck, Bumblebee.
Yeah.
This way, Bumblebee. We'll take point.
Thanks.
You alright? Can you make it over?
Yep. Good jumpings.
Hurry! I'll hold it open for you!
Alright. Thank you. Alright.
Bumblebee, I'm patching
So that's how to do a dash.
service lift is just ahead.
Look out! Incoming! Damn! Gotta grab onto something. Hold on, B. Alright. Alright. Alright.
Replace the fuse and the lift should reactivate.
We're there. Alright. It should work. Give me a status.
You're too close quarters to fire your weapon. You'll have to punch through the safety locks.
So that's how you do melee. Cool. Alright. Here's my metal fist. Soundwave.
Bumblebee, you're almost to the defense tower. Hurry! Optimus is losing ground.
We're almost there. Oh, now what? The ship is coming apart.
Those flames will bubble your paint if you don't haul assets. Sprint through! Hexagonal will call your chassis. In here, Bumblebee! I can use a hand!
Hold on, we're coming. Now that's freaking cool. I'm more like a right-handed weaponry. I think so. Eat this! He's facing Megatron right now. We got to help him. Great. Yeah, but we can't see anything. Change form. Yes, I'm happy with these. Holy! That is a big robot! Rolling out. Where's Optimus? I must get to him.
Night climbs the defense grid is back up. You pull that off? Nice. Didn't stand a chance without it. Yeah? What do you think the odds are now? Over here, Bumblebee! Fresh supplies!
Awesome.
Now you're ready to blast some cons straight back to Cybertron.
Yeah, take some scraps and send them straight to the scrapyard.
Through here, Bumblebee.
Alright.
Tip of the spear, and we're right behind you.
Now this is what I call a good weapon. I love this weapon.
Target left! Turn left! Target right! Not hit! Not down! Push forward! Head for the smoke! Center fuel separator vehicle. Engine failure 89%.
Fire in the hole! So these are the heavy weaponry? Shit! Thank you. Shit is going crazy. Booyah! Booyah! Energy shield, huh? Could have used that. Alright. Almost there.
I can't see anything, but my scanners say Optimus should be right on top of you.
Right on top of us. What the shit? Megatron? And on Optimus, we're coming.
This ought to do the job. Even if you destroy me, Megatron, others rise to defeat
No.
tyranny. Then I'll just have to destroy you all.
No! B! Bumblebee, no. The Fall of Cybertron.
Cybertron, the home world we Autobots have strived to protect from the Decepticons, can no longer sustain us. Eons of civil war have caused the greatest of casualties. Our planet's very core has shut down, halting its production of life-giving energon. Most of us have abandoned
Ironhide, huh? He was a badass.
Nearly finished, Optimus. My team will have all systems powered off and archived by the time we launch. Good. I'll send the boarding call out momentarily. But first... Optimus, Decepticons have broken through sectors 9 through 12. That was Grimlock's post. More Decepticon squadrons approaching from the north and west. Optimus, this is Ratchet. Decepticons have invaded the city. We need you at the fortress to help coordinate defenses. We're on our way, Ratchet.
Oh, this is chapter 2? Alright then, this will be a good stopping point. After these messages, HexagonalSpy, these spies sign off, and now for more Transformers, the Fall of Cybertron.